And let's see how this one does go. Good start already for FURIA, as you do see Drop finding the opening frag, and very quickly it's followed up by a couple more. Art already progressing through with a bit of map control through underpass, and all of a sudden it just looks like the pistol round has disappeared for Imperial.
So aggressive from FURIA too, from that get-go. They were just pushing the flanks. Obviously they knew that something from Imperial was up, but they've just been collapsed on so quickly, and so FNX, a lot of work to do. Not a lot of HP left to do it with, and that straight into mid-window. So on the back, that's a great pick from Bolts to just open things up. Yuri's kind of out and on an island here.
Oh, he's been collapsed upon by FNX as well, straight through that smoke. No concerns at all, and Imperial, they start to flex their muscles in their first gun round.
Much better from them. Early protocols here, but even then, oh, the information from K Serato, not at all useful. Vinny all over that.
Yeah, a bit of a point to prove maybe for Vinny in this matchup as well, going up against his former teammates. And obviously his former squad.
This is one of those rounds too that sort of establishes Imperial as one of those teams that you have to respect. You can't go super aggressive on them. Obviously FURIA wanted to in their first gun round, and nothing went right for them. Even as far as the first pick in mid going the way of Bolts, left Yuri in such an untenable position in underpass. So FURIA took a bit of a chance as well with that push.
Imperial, and they'll opt to go off the back of a couple of flashes as well. Stuck behind the smoke is Yuri. Molly's going to push him off the line. There's going to be no spam through to eliminate any Imperial members. But Fallen, as he tries to plant the bomb on the floor, will drop. Nicely placed shots from Yuri, and all of a sudden it starts to fall apart for Imperial. It looked so good until it didn't. And now it's a 3-on-5.
And now those smokes have faded. Now they've got a lot of pressure. All of FURIA here are waiting. So Vinny and Fur have got to try and make that cross. Vinny's just going to post up, and it's going to work. But there's still 3 members of FURIA lurking, particularly around ticket box.
Oh. Nice double peek from K Serato. And Yuri will finish.
Good hold here in A from FURIA. Yuri's got a lot of work to do here from stairs, and he's going to find the first. Trade potential's there, but he's not going to be traded immediately. And so they've still got to remove K Serato.
It's going to be a tough one to get rid of as well. Obviously, he's positioned a very strong one, and they had no idea. They didn't bank on the chance someone was still at ramp. He ends up only grabbing one, maybe not expecting Fallen to come from that angle. The bomb plant luckily goes down, which will give Vinny a chance, but looking at the positions of these two CTs, surely he can't get this one done. And very nearly was given an opportunity there, but Drop finished it off with the headshot, and so FURIA win themselves another round. This one a little bit tighter than the previous, but end of the day, you're up 4-1 on the CT. Rest of Imperial pushing their way into A through more traditional routes, but K Serato finds the timing. Might have spotted Bolts' gun, but he's got more work to do, and just as quickly as we say it, he'll lose his entire team. 4 quick kills come through for Imperial, and safe. I mean, there's nothing you can do about this one, buddy. Might as well just try to save that AWP. 5.8k in the bank. You got Drop and K Serato, they're able to buy for themselves. So if he can get this AWP through to the next round somehow, then FURIA won't be in such a bad spot. And the good news for Imperial is, Jim, that with that, they will have staved off the 7-1 scoreline, which would have brought up some bad memories.
It would only be fitting. It would only be fitting. But I tell you what, this pursuit of the AWP has been an expensive one for Imperial.
Yeah, and not something that they can really afford at the moment either, is it?
Oh, it could even be...
They're going to keep going.
The double peak.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
It just gets worse and worse, doesn't it? The Molly. Imperial, once again, true to their previous form, have pumped the brakes. And they're just waiting to see if Vinny can pull off something more. With the smoke fading, it'll favor safe. Still a 1-for-1 exchange. K Serato drops in CT spawn, and now it's on to safe to hit the big shot. Doesn't land it. Round is still alive for Imperial 4 now, but the Molly in. It's going to force Imperial back away from the bomb site. They'll know the angles, at least, that Imperial can be holding, and so safe. He just watches in toward Firebox while that util is layered on top of it.
Oh, Bolt's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Yep.
Now, Fallen had a lot of work to do. Out of the CT side.
Well,
Some
again,
tension in mid.
it's that kind of slower play from Imperial, just biding out the early stages of the round, and only once half of that time is ticked by do they start to make their move. Art, already a great start. He spotted out the bomb there, flashed off the line. But he's going to re-peek it. He's going to challenge it again, knowing that there's more members available. Drop. He can surely get the job done here with the AK. It is starting to come apart at the seams, though, for FURIA in this round, and if Drop doesn't get these 2 kills, it could have been scary.
Yeah, particularly with that, player going down in mid. That could have been around swinging in the favour of Imperial. However, Vinny's got some chance here. Doesn't have a lot of time, though, Jordan. That bomb is just sitting in front of him. He's got 13 seconds left. He's got to get into this B bomb site. Ooh. Safe is just buying as much time as possible. He's pretty much just got to go straight for it. Oh!
See what's happening at A. Very, very split round this time from Imperial. Oh, it's a nicely timed peek from Art. Vinny. Did he maybe not have head armor there?
So much time being chewed up with the way that FURIA is playing right now, because it forces Imperial, if they don't have mid control, they can't rotate through it. Yeah. They're just not sure about it. They have to go all the way back through T-spawn, and it's just chewing up so much time. They're going to try and sell a bit of a fake here at A. Maybe try and get that bomb out towards B. If this works, it's a real throwback, because this was common play, but okay, Fallen's starting to make this a little more convincing.
Ooh, this could be a pretty big duel if Fallen's able to deal with Quesarado and the bomb somehow gets onto B.
Okay.
That drop, which has not been heard by Drop, could seal the deal. Bomb plan's going to go down. Quesarado being held off, but now it's FNX, 2 HP, has to do it alone. And somehow, FURIA always gets themselves in positive positions. Art with the MP9, this is going to be a drive-by for him, surely. FNX is going to have to go ballistic. He's only got a Galil, but at the very least, Art and Quesarado tagged up a little. Maybe makes it possible. They are taking their time to clear him out, and the longer this goes, the more of a chance he's got. He's bided his time well. FNX behind the pillar at Macca's. He might just be able to survive. Defuse is on, though, and he's going to do nothing about it. The bomb was not planted for him. That time, though, he spots out FNX, and that's a dead man walking. It's on to Fallen now. Orbs ringing out all over the A bomb site, making the impact. Drop keeps it alive, though. Pushes it back to the 2-on-1, and Fallen is stuck behind a smoke.
And maybe another one.
Maybe another one. That one, a bit of a closer smoke, but should allow for the defuse to come through. It's Art sitting on the defuse, and the cover coming through from Drop. Oh, entirely unnecessary, it seems, but it's a 10-second defuse, and he's made it happen just in time. Fallen, he gets the kill.
Drop. Situation unknown for him. FNX has got a lot of info, but this is going to be on whether or not they get the trade.
Well, he could just win this round right here and now. Drop. Doesn't even deal with the first. Fur. A huge opener. That'll get them into the B bomb site. And it looks like a long rotate for FURIA to even try to contest for the retake. Still got a guy on A. Quesarado starts to work his way across, and Art a little bit isolated. He's going to have to take a one-on-one. And Fur will win it again.
And as soon as that kill goes down, they pull the plug.
King of the apps. So a third will be secured for Imperial at the very least. But it won't really get much easier. They've only got 1 round left in this half to play with. If they can make it to 4, that's ideal. So the B bomb site does look a bit precarious at the moment for FURIA.
That number's stacked over towards it. That's their only saving grace here, I'd say, for FURIA. But Art's got so much info.
Yeah. Where does he go, though? Is he going to head in the direction of mid? He's going to spot bolts out at this range. He'd probably rather not.
Oh, dear.
And he's really threaded the needle.
Oh, dear.
This could be a knife in the back of Fallen if he really wants it, but just decides to go for the MP9 instead. Picks up the orb. Not going to be necessary. Safe doing the job on B. And that's the end of the roll off. Let this one roll off of him. Water off a duck's back, hopefully.
And not roll over.
Yeah. Not been the start that they would have wanted. I don't think we can really talk about them winning this this map anymore, but maybe there is a redemption arc in the lower bracket for Imperial.
Okay, it's off to a good start, though.
Right, but FURIA are getting a lot of control into the A bomb site, not having to expend a whole lot. Fallen steps up, winds back the clock. A couple of good clean kills for him. Eventually, he's put to bed by drop, but
problems. And okay. Thought potentially there they were going to run into some utility, but Art just tries to put his skates on, glide past as many players as he can, and FNX work cut out for himself here at B. And it just seems as though FURIA are walking straight into these crossfires. They didn't have a lot of utility to play with, so they didn't have anything to really try and break the crossfires other than the firepower they had gripped in their hands. So those AKs, and now just the P250 on safe.
Well, what a difference half swap can make. Imperial all of a sudden looking like an indomitable force on the CT side.
This is that better half for them, right? They get 60% of their rounds on Mirage on that CT side, so want to be getting as much work done here as possible. Deal with it. So gonna try something here, get a bit aggressive. Furs just unsupported in mid right now. That flash is perfect through mid connector for 2. It's a good start now. Then he chimes in with another, but Art is there for the trade. So,
well, at the very minimum now, FURIA needs to make this one expensive.
Yeah, Art's got great positioning though. They're not going to expect him coming through market. He's slipped the net.
They could still win this round. I mean, Art, if he finds both of these B players, he's already maybe spotted the player on short there. He'll certainly get behind Vinny. Yes, he spots FNX. This could be a round and game-winning play for Art. Who does he decide to execute first? One CT having moved already. He spots them both, and Art, what, did he run out of bullets?
Couldn't reload in that scenario.
Oh, no.
To take this into overtime, and FURIA fast towards B here. They're just going to send out Art first, but Drop has been eliminated as well, so they're just running into this choke point. The fish are in the barrel, Jordan, and well, we're seeing what happens when fish just find themselves in a barrel.
All I'm going to say is, thank God FURIA had a good first half, because if this was even close, Imperial's actually looking quite dominant on the CT side.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate reality where if they do make one mistake, nice made by Caserado, then the game's over. But if this would get overtime, who would have written that script? There are 2 Brazilian teams facing each other in the first round of IEM. And overtime? Maybe not. Depends what Safe has to say about it. He's been a demon with the pistols and already making his impact on this round. FURIA, a couple of entries, and they're into the site. But they can't reliably get the bomb plant down unless they find more kills. And this is not the way you'd want to be going out. Imperial have ground so hard in the second half.
They got armor as well, Jordan. This is not looking good.
No, it's not. Guns are being tossed all over the place. Deagle in the end for Caserado. Couple of rifles. Urian Art holding on to those, and Fallen, he's trying to entry into the B bomb site with an AWP. Bolts his half HP. No HP. Fallen jumps out. Can't do it this time. 16-9 the scoreline. And just when you have a flicker of hope for Imperial, it's